Hi and welcome to Fast Trax. I'm Nic Fanciulli, standing for Pete Tong while he's away on his US tour. Coming up on this week's show, there's hand-picked tracks by myself featuring Argy, Kerri Chandler, Joel Mull, Chase and Status featuring Kano, and an interview with the excellent Justin Martin. First up is a video from the Vector Lovers, who have worked with people like Ladytron, Funk Devoid, Alex Smoke and Tracy Thorn. The track's called Ping Pong. Check it out. That was the video Ping Pong by Vector Lovers, out now on Soma Records. Now let's go and find out who this week's number 3 is on the Bedroom Bedlam chart. This is a guy called Laxa, who's been producing for 2 years, and the track's called Dancing Stance. That was number 3 in this week's Bedroom Bedlam chart. Next up is a regular on Ben Watt's Buzzin' Fly label. His name's Justin Martin, and he's here to tell us what he's been up to recently.
So I started making music from a very young age. My mom forced me to play the piano from the time I was 4 years old, and started playing the saxophone probably like when I was 4th grade. I can't remember how old I was. And yeah, I mostly played jazz and classical music growing up, and when I was 16 I went to my first rave, and it was all downhill from there. I started DJing just as a hobby and played mostly drum and bass, and in the last like 10 years since I moved to San Francisco I fell in love with house music, and pretty much that's what I've been doing ever since. I just got back from a 10-day tour. I traveled to London, Leeds, Dubai, and Amsterdam for the Amsterdam dance event, and yeah, it was really fun. The end is closing down, and I'm very sad about this, but I'm very honored to be playing at the last Buzzin' Fly party. The end of, I think it's December 20th is the date. And I hope to see you all there. My new mix CD, Cash Restored 2, just came out on Buzzin' Fly, and it's the follow-up to Chaos Restored 1, obviously. And with this mix, I basically tried to, well, you know, I just kind of went at it with the approach of I really wanted to make a mix that people could listen to again and again and again, and so when I made this mix I did a lot of my own re-edits of the tracks that are on there, and basically just kind of built it as cliche as it sounds, as a journey through all different types of music, from deep house to tech house, that I find that it's really inspired me in the last like year or so.
We'll be back with Justin in a few minutes. Next up is a record by house legend Kerri Chandler called Fortran, and on the remix is Argy's 623 mix. That was Kerri Chandler with Fortran, Argy on the remix. Now if you like that, check out Argy's new album on Poker Flat called Focus On. Next up is number 2 in the Bedroom Bedlam chart. This is ATA, a young producer from Romania, and the track's called Flatlands. That was number 2 on this week's Bedroom Bedlam chart. Now if you think you've got a chance of winning the competition, send a download link of your track to the address on the screen below. Now for my left field choice this week on Fast Trax is a drum bass duo that are signed to the excellent Ram Records. They're called Chase and Status, and this is featuring Kano, and the track's called Against All Odds.
Look, I was raised in a city where they was out blazing a Philly. I was on a 5 bus chasing the titties. The back of the class on new bras with a stiffy. Tanisha, Tessa, Leslie and Richie. Look, it's a cocoa world. Gangsters living in a po-po world. So I've been cocoa with a go-go girl. Escaping reality I know so well. But when you're a kid you don't know no better. Boys find trouble trying to find that cheddar. Money breeds envy, might get set up. When pockets get empty, niggas get jealous. Killer done told them, boy, people fed up. And they didn't stretching that ketchup from south of the border. Northwest to east, it's got around here, gotta see it to believe it. Always getting in trouble, that's how it's always been. How can you win? How can you win? How can you win? How can you win?
That was Chase and Status featuring Kano, Against All Odds. Now if you don't want to wait till January for the single, it's out now on the album called More Than a Lot. Right, time for this week's upfront tune by an artist called Joel Mull. He's released records on labels like Drum Code, Cocoon and his own imprint Inside Records. The track's called Encantado and it's forthcoming on my Save Records label in December. That was Joel Mull with Encantado. Now we go back to Justin Martin with part 2 of this week's interview.
I have a new single on Buzz and Fly called My Angelic Demons. It's coming out in a month, but it's on my mixed CD cash restored, so you can probably get an advanced copy if you download the CD on iTunes or buy it. Really good. And basically the song is just inspired by that whole like tough but tender sound that I try and do with most of my releases on Buzz and Fly. It's definitely inspired by like late 90s intelligent drum and bass, kind of infused with tech house and now. So I have I remixed Radiohead's New as part of a remix competition that Radiohead put up online, and I basically just did it for the fun of it. I got the parts like everyone else did, just downloaded them for free, and wasn't really expecting it to go anywhere. Just kind of made it for the fun of it, and it turned out pretty good and got a really good response from a lot of people, and ended up that we were able to license it for cash restored too, so that's very exciting. So for the rest of the year, I'm basically going to be just touring and promoting my CD cash restored. I'm going to be back in Europe for a bunch of dates in November, Send me a little note. Say hi.
Many thanks to Justin Martin for stopping by. Now it's time to find out who's this week's #1 in the Bedroom Bedlam chart. This is a track by a guy who's made it on the Bedroom Bedlam chart before. Hailing from Venezuela, his name's DJ Sunset, and the track's called Guess Who's Back. Head over to Beatport after the show, where you can download the latest Bedroom Bedlam EP. The address is on the screen now. Congratulations to this week's Bedroom Bedlam #1. Now if you like that track and you want to listen to it in full, check out fasttrax.tv. Now if you head there straight after the show, you're up for a chance of winning a pretty good prize this week. This year sees the 10th anniversary of breakbeat label Finger Lickin, and to celebrate with Fast Trax, we're giving away an anniversary box set, a sampler which includes 2 exclusive tracks, and a t-shirt. For more information, visit fasttrax.tv. And for those of you who'd rather watch Fast Trax on their phone, this week, exclusive to the mobile version of Fast Trax, is Matthew Dear, Free to Ask with DeJules on the remix. That's all we've got time for in this week's Fast Trax show. I hope you enjoyed my choices. Pete will be back after his US tour in 7 days' time to do it all again.